I 25F just found out my boyfriend 25M kissed someone 2 years ago. Me and my boyfriend have been together for 3 years and we are both 25, not living together. Long story short, my boyfriend had at some point used my computer and signed in on one of his Facebook. My computer is not fully functional and routinely goes on its rampages where it shuts down, clicks of pages or copying random stuff. It saved some of his random text messages on the page it was up on and I had random documents on my front desk. I clicked on them and at first they did not make sense because a lot of it was JDFDJFKDFJ 94,945,945 and stuff like that. Then I realized that it was text messages from my boyfriend and his contacts, such as his mom, cousin, classmates and best friend. I just scrolled a bit quickly reading and then saw that he had written about me with one of his friends. These texts, I have personally translated myself. Both of us are Scandinavian but from different countries, so we do not speak the same language. Partner. I love my name most on this entire earth, I really do, even though we have quarrels. I'm also to blame for many of them. But she is the best for me. We fit so well together and I'm so happy I found her. I want to make this work. Friend. But you kissing girls every time when we are in town. Partner. I feel really bad about that, I miss her. Every second that I don't see her I miss her. And I do stupid things. Friend. Well, I'm glad I'm not with Bonnie, his ex I guess, I just can't understand how you can love her if you have kissed others. Partner. I think it's the confirmation you get when you're apart and it's an unhealthy fight. It's mentally deterioration for me when we are not on good terms. This is a conversation between him and his friend from 2 years ago. I don't remember what was going that month per year but we did have a lot of fights and were sad, not broken up. I called him up and we talked. What he said was that he was at the club with his best friend, and they each kissed a girl that were friends with each other for a few seconds. Nothing else. No numbers, no sex and nothing else. Once. But how am I supposed to know that for certain? My boyfriend said he felt really bad about it and felt dirty and gross, wanted to tell me but didn't want to lose me. I have said in the past that I think cheating is very disgusting and I would dump my partner on spot without mercy and so he was afraid telling me about the mistake. He confessed that he was really insecure, immature and seeked attention and was not sure our relationship was going to last. He says that he has grown from it and would never ever do it again. This is both of ours first relationship. We lost our virginity to each other as we both wanted a solid relationship and aren't into hookup culture, flings, sleeping around, etc. for reference. I feel very hurt and betrayed. It happened 2 years ago but to just find out now hurts. I'm already feeling bad because I'm suicidal and depressed. I'm shaking, crying and feel like puking. I believe the biggest deal to me is that he did not tell me himself straight after. I just found out by accident. That it what stings for me. I find that it makes it 10 times more deceitful. But I suppose from a different perspective, if someone says a person is cut from their life and dead to them if they do a certain thing, it makes it hard to open up. I don't know. I do not know what is wrong or right to do in a situation as this. I'm not sure what to do but I want support and advice. Mature and non-judgmental advice. I don't really have anyone to talk to. I'm all alone in this and falling apart. I'm just pretending to be fine whenever I have interactions with others when I'm dying inside. Please be kind. Edit. He has spoken of 2 instances when he has been out with his friend. One time he was dancing with his friend and the girl he was interested in. They were all dancing and the girl suddenly spun, looked at him and kissed him. He rejected and his friend got annoyed, that a girl was once again not interested in him. So this was a situation with a sudden surprise kiss and was not anything to do but back away. He didn't think to mention this because he did not think this counted as he couldn't predict that she would suddenly kiss him and there was no intention on his part. I would not care about a surprise kiss, I know how it goes. Guys do the same. I wouldn't count it either if a guy surprised kissed me. Again, it's about the fact that he does not call me straight after and was honest about it. The other instance was him being out with his friend but this was sadly not a surprise kiss, where it was all the girl. There was intention from both sides. The kiss he is actually speaking of. Too long did not read. Boyfriend kissed someone else 2 years ago and I found out on my own. Judging by the texts he definitely kissed a girl more than one time. I would leave. If he is doing that every time he goes out with his friend, I would tell him to take a hike. You could also try and get counseling with him to figure out why he's acting that way. Either way, you should totally confront him. How do you know he's still isn't going around hitting on other women when he goes out with his friends? It sounds like he cheated every time he had an opportunity. And he doesn't really sound remorseful. The way he talked to his friend is more like, "I love her, but it is what it is." Occasional fights are normal and not a valid excuse to cheat, even though he tries to use it as a justification. And then he goes and blames you for his lying as you being, rightfully, upset as an okay reason for lying. The circumstances, the details, the number of times he kissed other girls, etc. doesn't matter. He broke your trust and cheated on you and hid it for years. It kind of opens up the possibilities of what else he's done in the past while dating you that he has gotten away with and what he will do in the future. He's okay with crossing boundaries behind your back as long as you don't find out. That's a pretty clear indicator of some shaky morals that are already established in his character, and you're not reprogramming a 25-year-old man, especially after you've rewarded his behavior by giving him a second chance. He didn't just kiss someone once. He did it several times. He then kept this from you for 2 years. He is a cheat and a liar. You deserve better. Leave him. You took the time to write this out to share it because of how you feel. Do you really need other people to tell you to do things? You must not think cheating is that disgusting. He had 2 years to tell you and explain how he was worried about losing you. He's only saying things now because you have proof. Think about the boundaries you had set and if they still hold true for you now. You said before you would leave him on the spot for cheating, without mercy. If you stay with him, knowing he has kissed other girls, you are telling him that you do not consider this kissing as cheating. Hold him to your word. Leave new when you're 25. Jesus. Do you need video evidence of him banging others to make you realize that he is not the guy you want in your life? You were having problems then and he decided to cheat on you by reaching out, maybe in retaliation if he is speaking the truth and nothing more happened. If you are certain he is not kissing anyone now, try and work through your relationship and leave the past behind. It was really uncalled for, but I think too he was following his friend who did the kissing too. Tell him if it ever happens again, you are gone. Break up with him. I looked at the thread where someone helped you decode the text messages. He did it more than once, it's really clear to see that. Then he blames you of why he wouldn't tell you. No. A loyal partner would have told you. You're worth more than that, and I think you need to realize that. Considering that this happened 2 years ago and didn't have the balls to tell you and kissed multiple girls just tells me that he does not respect you as a person and his girlfriend. I know it's hard to be in a long-distance relationship, but it is so selfish to do anything with a girl, let alone multiple girls, just because he misses you and feels a need to fill a void by kissing other girls. That is just so disrespectful and he does not deserve you. It also doesn't help that he didn't tell you and you had to find out yourself. That's the worse and hurtful part, and I really felt that sad face. I hope you're doing okay and find some sort of closure to your problem. I'm sure that everyone in this thread is going to tell you to leave him, but I personally think you should do what's in your heart. It's incredibly common to have small bouts of infidelity at the start of a relationship. We just have the internet now and nothing is ever going to be kept secret ever again. If he's been with you for 3 years, he's in love with you. Sounds like he made a mistake. This all just comes down to whether or not you can forgive him. You seem like you're very reluctant to accept that from what the texts show, he has done this more than once. I'm not sure what to tell you other than asking his friend. I feel like you need to ask yourself if this is something you can move past. He betrayed your trust and didn't tell you for 2 years. Harsh. Wow. Lots of people want you to leave this guy over a vague experience years ago. I understand that you are hurt and feel disrespected over the bad things that happened. He did seem honest in his love for you even though he couldn't explain his other behavior. I say, give it time. Give it grace, understanding and open communication. Do what your heart tells you. Who gives a shit? People dying every day from pandemic and you worried about this? Ha. If you don't plan on marrying him, why are you with him in the first place? Even if he kissed someone 2 years ago, he still loves you, and even in the chats, I love my name most on this entire earth, I really do, even though we have quarrels. I'm also to blame for many of them. But she is the best for me. We fit so well together and I'm so happy I found her. He praised and loved you even then. Even if you feel heartbroken, look how he feels too. Hope you keep your relationship. I hope he keeps on kissing other girls. A suicidal girlfriend who freaks out about random kisses years ago is not a person for a stable relationship. End the relationship, fix your issues and go for new partner when you are stable. Don't bring your drama into the life of a healthy man.